What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to About Even, the number one betting show in the world. Ain't no one second. I'm fast becoming my favourite time of the week, sitting down with you boys. Wasn't here last week. Happy to be back. Shout out to our good friends at Ned's who've made it possible. A couple of things before I welcome in my fellow panel members. We will be doing a pot this weekend for Magic Round. Myself, Guru, and Edward. There is a bespoke podcast coming out Thursday, Arvo, which is going to have all of the details. It'll be out on the Hello Sport channel and the About Even channel. That's going to be the podcast. Also, myself and Edward Simpson and Justin Horrow, heard of him, of RIP, used to be on the show fame. We're doing a live stream Friday night, the Caxton Street Brewing Co. for the Dolphins v. the Roosters. Free to enter, limited space though, so it's first in, best dress. We'll see you there. Gentlemen, how are we?
Good.
No, mate, good.
Good?
Yeah.
Good. Magic Round and that?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, get up there with the boys, let the hair down, you know, work hard.
Work hard.
To my wife working. It's a work trip.
Yeah.
We've been over this. Been over it a couple of times. I know that my work can sometimes, you know, frustrate you because you're like, yeah, but you are getting on the piss. I get it, but it's work.
It is work.
So what do you want me to do about it?
It's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, but is it?
But is it really?
Is it?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Or are you just nitpicking?
Yeah.
You're picking out nits here, sweetheart. Again, love you, but, you know, get off me back.
Working that. You all right? You good?
Get off my back, woman!
That sounded like you had that conversation with yourself in the car a few times this morning.
How are you, Rouge? Your missus happy you going away?
I think she is. Yeah, I think she's stoked to have a few days off. We went to Melbourne last week. That was well and truly enough. Shout out to the skeleton crew last week.
Yep.
I thought you did an incredible job.
Yeah, we know we did.
We did.
Okay, humble.
Massive.
He's just trying to give you a rap.
Yeah, we were great. So.
Skeleton crew. I mean, if you are part of a skeleton crew, you need to know that and have the confidence that you can get the job done. You know, you don't send in soulless kind of betters if you're part of the skeleton crew.
If you're soulless, you get found out pretty quick.
You guys have been Shang Tsung'd in like round 3, so.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds
Shang
offensive.
Tsung, your soul's mine.
Huh?
Your soul's mine, Shang Tsung.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat, come on.
Sorry.
Come on.
Come on, read a book.
Come on, watch a fucking movie, would
Oh,
you?
mate, listen, I haven't seen that movie for a long time, but I get it. You're just disrespecting me publicly, and I accept willingly. But I did enjoy the Skeleton Crew. I was watching it up on the Goldie. It was a lot of fun, and your bets reflect a Skeleton Crew getting to work. And Rando also, who usually doesn't get brought in this early in the show, but fuck
rare.
it, it's a special Magic Round show. You were pretty hot last week for a change. We're coming here early, mate. You had a fucking good week, didn't you? Tobler fucked your mic, so we're doing this again. For everyone who's listening, this has already happened.
This is all normal. 7 try scorers across the 8 weeks, so a very good week for the stats. Moini Hiroti letting us down, but he went down at half-time. I reckon he scores that try in the dying minutes that Dan Atkinson managed to stuff up, so taking that.
I was going to
You'd
say
say that to Dan's face?
Probably not. He seems like a nice guy.
but I'll
I'm a
give it
nice
to him,
guy.
like-
I hate confrontation.
The breadcrumb was there. We called him the entity, and he basically modelled. If Rando gets the credit of being called the entity, he goes 7 from 8. Entity, he can't model everyone, i.e. Ethan Hunt. We talked about this last week, so well done.
Thank you.
I followed you, but then unfollowed you. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we will.
But well done, Rando. Because normally I shouldn't you for your weather stuff, but I will pay.
his weather stuff was pretty fucked on the weekend.
Look, that's the housekeeping, by the way, that I am not in control of the weather. I'm not a meteorologist. Just blame AccuWeather. Send all your messages to AccuWeather or Sebo. Either or. He led me down that track. He told me to get on the AccuWeather train.
Would it be pronounced Accu? Or I sometimes think it's
There's a U there, isn't there?
Like it's
Isn't it
accurate.
AccuWeather?
weather.
I think it's Accu.
Accu. Like
You call it AccuWeather.
Sebo calls it
sometimes say
AccuWeather.
AccuWeather.
You've never said AccuWeather.
Haven't I?
ever.
Yeah.
No.
I don't
That's
know.
what I was trying to. But listen, it's not accurate.
But the weird thing is, like,
at all.
I check AccuWeather, whatever it is. But an entity can cross-reference multiple things. So if you're getting shit, maybe you've got AccuWeather there, you've got Weather Zone here, you've got Apple Weather there, then you've got the Bomb, where they like to sit on the fence a little bit because they don't like being wrong. But
Kempy.
Yeah. Kempy's the bomb. And you can compile them together and make a judgment call based on that.
Yeah.
Mate, I on Friday, obviously because I was
I
rattled.
just want to ask a quick question.
Yeah.
Have you only been using one weather model?
No, I've been using multiple, but we've worked it out in a way that averages out the weather.
One's not enough.
Yeah, obviously not. But AccuWeather was doing really well
You
for
said
me.
it wasn't going to rain in Suncorp.
It said it was.
And it
honestly,
fucking shit it down. They had to returf the fucking thing.
I woke on Friday, obviously completely rattled, got DMs going through saying you fucked up the weather, you idiot.
Are you sure you
Tom,
maybe
mainly from you, Tom, but anyway.
Surely you got the day wrong there when you checked.
No,
Surely.
it was dead set saying that it was dry. It said on Friday, I woke up on Anzac Day, it said it was going to rain in the afternoon in Sydney.
Okay.
And so I was like, righto.
So, like, at what point do you stop using AccuWeather then? Like,
Today.
okay.
Is the day. That's in the bin too. So we're
Give
running out
Elders
of weather
a go.
services.
That's what the old cockies use.
I did get sent a lot of
Look,
recommendations.
maybe we've got to pay for a subscription for Rain Parrot for you, maybe.
Is that the best one? I'm not
I've
paying
been
for
waiting.
that.
I didn't want to go to Tom and Eddie to ask for their hard-earned for
Willy
money
Weather,
on that, but if
also
we
very
are,
good.
What, these subscription ones? Fucking surely we got.
Rain
Is there a weatherman out there with some gumption who's prepared to just give us free intel?
Is that where that's where we're going to? They'll give you shit weather for free. You got to pay for the good stuff.
Well, I think Rain Parrot will be a lot more, at least accurate in the immediate future. So maybe it's not like 5 days out, but you're like, I need to know if it's raining. Look, as a fisherman and a golfer, you know your weather apps. Like,
surely Tim
Did
Bailey
you
isn't doing
pay
anything.
for weather apps?
I haven't paid for Rain Parrot before. I've paid for one of them.
That's fucking insane.
But it might have been one that like had the swell and stuff. I can't remember what that was called, but like a bit more of a like swell, wind, tide.
You
kind of
shaved your head. It's looking
Well, I
very
always-
short. But it looks shorter than.
Well, last night maybe. I had
You have a nice little clip there. Looks
Yeah,
good.
Got a big
nice
weekend.
He's got a
so-
big weekend, mate. You know.
Yeah.
His hair looks nice.
yeah, good on you, man.
So we get some accountability.
Yep, Broncos 42 defeated the Bulldogs 18. Sebo and I are showing our class here.
Yep.
We recognise that the Dogs need to win a game. They needed to lose at some point. Broncos off the back of 2 shit games, we're going to get up and about.
I think there was some comments going, betting on the team because I haven't lost one's the dumbest strategy of all time. I saw it. Yeah.
And there was one where it was like,
Go right this age well on your own post,
where
mate,
you were
yeah.
talking about, like Ben Hunt, and you're like, yeah, well, like they're still got a good side, Ben Hunt, and then some guy going, oh, Sebo thinks they're good because of Ben Hunt. What a fucking idiot! It's like, well, like I mean,
clearly haven't been watching Ben Hunt, do you, mate? I'm like, no, I feel like Ben Hunt's been all right. Maybe a couple of bad weeks, but
it's still Ben Hunt though, right? Like,
yeah, he's still Ben Hunt. He's not automatically dog shit forevermore. What are we talking about? Anyway,
probably the guy who
it
runs
was what? It was
AccuWeather.
34-0 at half time. Signed, still delivered.
Honestly, a great bet. When it was coming off, I was jealous, but I was like, fuck, that's just good betting. That was good betting.
So, Broncos Arthur scored the 31st minute, as I said, $4.39. Sebo, just the Broncos, $2.55. Tom had Dogs minus 4.5, doesn't get it, into Arthur's and Preston.
That would have been nice.
And Guru had a Preston into Dogs winning both halves.
Yeah, bad beat. They only lost one of those halves. 2 from 3.
I know.
It's a good point, Roo.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Mate, fuck. They only had to score 35 points in that first half, and it would have been.
They're capable.
Mate, you know? Roosters 46 defeat the Dragons 18. Paul went for the Lippy, who was a Billy Smith short of $22.45. I was a Billy short. Sebo was a Clint short. Guru had Clint to win the Anzac medal.
Triple staked.
Yeah, I think
What is wrong with you, dude?
Talk to me, mate. What's going on?
Yeah, I thought the Dragons would get up for that one. I just thought if they're going to get up, Clint's going to get that medal. So it was $7.50. It's not like I've sacrificed a heap.
Yeah,
there,
but I mean, Jesus.
did everyone else
What's going
feel
on?
this weekend was like equilibrium was found a little bit?
Yeah,
where,
I think
like
so.
everyone's like, oh my God, the Dragons, they're going to win
Yeah,
the premiership.
yeah.
Clint's the best fullback in the game. Like, wait a second, everyone, let's all calm down. The Dogs can be beaten. Clint's not the best fullback in the game. The Dragons actually do suck.
Yeah.
Like Roosters
So do
can
the
put,
Knights, so do the Titans.
like, we're kind of back to where we
water
thought.
finding its level a little bit.
Correct. But Tom did triple Marky Mark at $2.
Oh, yeah, it felt good. And I tell you what, and I think we've all said it, when you're not on the show, like when you're away for whatever, and you get to just daytime, day of the game, and there's a lot more clarity there. And I'm looking at Marky Mark at $2. I was just like, this is fucking the easiest bet of all time. And at $2. Wingers at $2 in decent sides, I just think it's impossible to go past. So, yeah, very happy to see. Got it out of the way early so I could just enjoy the rest of my day. Shout out to Marky Mark, a dear friend.
I don't like that Tom skips the show and then puts his bets on the
Cunt,
day.
he did the same thing the other week.
Because of like family emergencies.
Mate, I
You were
said I
just
was going to
pissed
get on the show.
Gold Coast.
No, mate, I was ready for the show, and he said, "Mate, don't do it." I was like, "I'm doing the show." I was in absolute chaos in my place on the Gold Coast. 3 children, one of them sick, one of them not sleeping, myself sick, and I was ready to go on the show. And he goes, "Bruh, don't worry about it." So I went, "Okay, I won't."
Yeah, but that's not. But he's saying something else. He's saying, "Why didn't you put your bets on that day?"
Because I didn't fucking have to. Yeah,
I
suck
think you
my
should have to
nutsack.
minus an emergency.
Nah. That's never. Well, listen, you can make that rule now if you want, but not after my Marky Mark triple.
I thought it
brother.
was a gentleman's rule, you know what I mean?
It's never, ever been a rule. And this is no place for gentlemen.
Warriors 26 defeated the Knights 12. A lot of red.
Yeah.
So we will move on.
Yeah, I mean, I took Rando's forward. Shout out to him. He got twice, but then I did a wild card stupidly. So I just want to shout out Rando there, and I fucked up the wild card. One of the great wild card fuck ups. But
You did, dude. That was
I
a bad
did have a civvy on it.
Counts for nothing.
And then I threw it on Immunity Idol, the highest priced dog in the next race, got up. So thanks, Rando.
Immunity.
You got two up. You got two up, didn't
I
you?
like that.
I've been rewatching Survivor Heroes versus Villains US.
But so you've already seen that series?
Yeah.
And you're watching the whole thing
Well,
again?
Millie's kind of watching it, and I find myself like walking through the living room and then just like sitting back down. It's like Boston Rob, Russell, Coach, like all the greats.
So you've got her just watching old seasons.
Well, yeah. I haven't got it. It's like we watched the Aussie ones together. She likes it, and then it just popped up on what's it called, Hubble. And I was like, Russell is the best player of all time. Like watching Russell play is like watching like Nate Cleary play the game.
I wonder whether we
So
can
he's
get
like
you.
he's undeniable.
He's undeniable. He can't ever win it because he slits too many throats. He always gets to the final 2. But like he can be in the thing. His first season, they merged. There's 8 over here. Him and 3 chicks. The 8 go, let's just vote those 4 off and then deal with us. That's just what we're doing. Rock solid. Everyone's like, sweet. Final 4 with him and the 3 chicks. Just because he's just fucking
Tapped.
He's tapped.
I feel like the first time you tried out for Survivor,
Yeah.
you didn't have any like profile.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe now.
I tried out last year. Just
You
before
went
the-
again last year.
I got to like the final stage.
Oh, you kept that so far. Why didn't you tell anyone?
Because I didn't want to like jinx it or anything, and I was just like, if it happens, it doesn't happen. And then with the twins, the news of the twins came, and a bit of a pregnancy complications. I was like, look, even if I get on, I can't go. So then I just kind of like was defeated, and that's why I'm not watching this season of Australian Survivor. And I was just like, and then it's like brains versus brawns. Like, well, great, I'm not fitting into that category.
Well, you got some brains.
No, I need the like white collar, no collar, blue collar. Just go the no collar tribe. That was a good one in America. But yeah, no, I was pretty close.
Okay, well, I think we've got to try
I had
and
like
get you on
Zooms
there.
and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, get him on.
Get him on.
I threw my application video on the last, like I didn't even apply as the last day, and I thought I'll just record something on my phone quickly and just send it.
What did you? Can you show us what you recorded
I
later?
don't, like, unless I find it in an email or
He'll
something.
definitely
Like,
have it somewhere.
Yeah, he's
There's
got
no way
it.
he
He's
doesn't
got
have
it.
that. Okay.
Storm defeated the Rabbitohs 24-16. Tom was a coach short.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Kolomatangi didn't score. Sebo, though, had Pap and Katoa at 4:15.
Nice.
So you were banging that fucking dunny door last week, bruh. Guru was a Munster short at 21.64 with a white and a Pappy, a Munster short. You just...
You know what hurt the most when Munster didn't score is that I looked at Sebo's bet. I triple staked that exact bet 2 weeks ago and went 0 from 2.
That's like 2 weeks ago, though, right?
Right. So...
That's what hurt more.
Right, yeah, 2 weeks
Right.
ago.
So...
well, Katoa probably
is this
scored the
like,
week
woe
before.
is me or what?
Well, I mean,
no,
it's like, hey, you know what?
well, it's a
I
little
put
bit
that
wild,
bet on
mate.
once, like 6 months ago.
But that's a classic
You know.
bet. It's like, it's the most classic bet you can do. It's just
I'm well
about,
aware,
it's
don't
about
worry.
when you play it.
Yeah.
You can't play it after they've both come off like a try-scoring run. It's like, I played it because Katoa hadn't scored for 2 or 3 weeks. That's when you play it.
This is the context I do not have. Right?
Well,
Clearly, it's showing. Cowboys 50. 50 defeating the Titans 18. Titans can't win the comp as if anyone thought they could.
We're so back, by the way, Eddie. Would you say Cowboys
Yep, you're
premiership
going pretty well.
favourites? Maybe
you are
All
back.
straight.
You are.
Yeah,
back.
no, you're back.
Thank you.
Mate, we talked about it on the Hello Sport podcast, heard of it, on Monday. So get that up, yeah. I was an AKP short, disappointingly. Sebo again.
Yeah.
Purdue.
And a firm.
Big Bowie Firms,
I think Firms went over
12.78.
twice, had a firm vibe. Bring him on to Supercoach team this week, so stay away from him on your bets. But I love a Fermo. He was like $4 or something. I thought Purdue wouldn't hit, but then the Cows just lit it up in the last half. So
Is it Purdue's actually a halfback?
Yeah,
White
he can
Vader or
play
something,
sort of
isn't
halfback, fullback. Fermor scoring
stuff.
off one of the great forward passes of all time, by the way. That was fucking believable.
but he scored another one, didn't he?
No, he scored one.
Only
He
scored
set up
one.
another one.
He set up one,
set
he had
up
a cracker
another.
of a game.
Yeah,
but,
right. Is he going to play Origin?
He'll go fucking close,
Right.
which you need to consider.
Is he a Queenslander?
Yeah, they don't really have any edges. They got
David
Nanai.
Fafita's gone.
He's not playing. Yeah,
No, yeah.
it's sort of
he got
Nanai
dropped,
and
didn't he?
Fermor.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like Kurt Capewell was on the edge in
Jaden
game
Sewer.
3 last year.
Jaden Sewer. I don't think he's
Sewer
done
was
much.
there last year.
Fuck, could be 3-0.
Felice Kafusi was there last
Yeah,
year.
could be
Like, there's
3-0
no
to
edges.
Queensland.
Why don't they have edges?
I mean, like, we have
Max
too
Platt
many
played
back
game
rows.
3 last year.
Yeah.
Max Platt's all right.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's
He's
good.
solid.
We're
bloke.
drowning in edges. Drowning.
Corey?
We're drowning in middle
Middle,
forwards
middle.
now.
Should play as middle.
Yeah.
Well,
Pat
Carrigan
Carrigan
is
could
fuck,
do
I
a
don't
job.
know.
Corey
on
on
the
an
edge.
edge.
Tom Gilbert they could pick on an
Yeah.
edge maybe, but I think I'd go Bo Fermor.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I bought him in my Supercoach team, so that's not good. But
That's what you want.
Yep.
Seagulls 26 defeated the Panthers 10. Sebo again.
this
3
is
in a
so
row.
easy. This
Yeah.
game
3
is
in
so
a
easy.
row.
Like, everyone's been saying Panthers and Manly's attack's been shit. Just give yourself your own under 53.5 line, then just like 9.5 points. I didn't think Manly would pump them, but that's probably the easiest bet I've done this year.
Mate, that's a very good bet. It's impressive. And it's also, but like, there's danger in shitty odds, you know? But like,
Yeah, but if you look at the
But
bet,
it's
like,
smart.
was either team really going to put like 50 on the other team? No. Like,
probably not. But again, but even with the Panthers have sucked this year. I'm saying it's a good bet.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Panthers have sucked, so like you never know. But also people also thought Manly were going to lose. So either way, Manly 13 plus was a nice little Vicky.
Nice little Vicky. Nice little Vicky. We move on to the final game. Raiders 40 defeated the Dolphins 28. I was
Tommy Turbo hasn't scored all year as well. Just want to mention that.
no worth saying.
Just acknowledging
Worth
he hasn't
saying.
Scored all year.
He
I
did.
want to introduce something. I want to get us a blackboard.
Yep.
There's a lot of blacklisting talking about. I want to get a blackboard in here and just like.
He scored against the Warriors.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, he did first try score. Okay, so
Yes.
one all year though. Like, let's be real. But I would like to get a blackboard, and it's basically a blacklist where players can find their way off the blacklist.
Yep.
But
Can you
like
punt on them before they're on the blacklist?
you can, but it's dangerous.
But maybe we all need our own little one because there'll be too much conjecture to like.
I don't reckon there's that much
No,
conjecture. with
I
the
think maybe
blacklist.
you have like 8 players and one has to come off. Go
So
on,
like
and one
Kamole
comes
was
off
on
or
there
something.
before last week.
But now he'd probably be coming off.
But you don't necessarily have to remove
Yeah.
one try doesn't get you off the blacklist necessarily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Well, yeah, maybe there's a lot of factors because it's to do with odds. If Amole goes back to $4 something, then you're like, okay, you're off the.
You're off
the
the
thing
block.
is, he was paying like $260,
And
when
he
he hadn't
wasn't
scored in
scoring.
5
Yeah,
games.
but there's people that you just would never get on, like Kai Pierce Paul.
Yeah,
he's the top of it.
You know what I mean?
We're 1 week into Kai Pierce Paul month.
Oh,
3
we
to
are?
come. Magic
Yeah.
round seems like a pretty special.
Welcome to
word.
Kai Pierce Paul month, punters and dribblers. Welcome.
1 week down, 3 to go.
Tobler, we need to get a blackboard. Just
Get a
as
blackboard.
like old school chalk.
Yeah,
Like,
old school.
No,
chalk,
no, no. It's
chalkboard,
got to be. It's
chalkboard.
got to be a chalkboard, blackboard, chalkboard,
But
whatever.
yeah, we'd need to have that thing not horizontally. It'd be long ways. Just as an FYI.
Raiders 40 defeat the Dolphins 28. I admitted I had really no idea what I was doing, so I followed my mate Rando. Raiders into Chris, $3.05. You just take that sort of thing, you know? You just take it, put it in the back pocket, and continue on your merry way. The Lippy pour one out for again. Had a Chris, a hammer, either team to win by less than 12.5. This is a Huddy at $19.32.
Lippy,
Stiff shit.
Lippy, by the way, one of the 7 Gold Coast Titans fans out there.
Is that
Oh, yeah?
right?
Yeah, Mitchie. Yeah.
Okay, Mitchy boy.
Good on you, Mitchie.
All right, Mitchy boy.
Good on you, mate. And the Tigers 20 defeat the Sharks 18. Tom and I had the Tigers. Didn't have a Bullard. Didn't have a Galvin. Harodi obviously goes off. Guru had Hazelton trying to be a sick cunt at
Mate,
975.
He was so close.
I was waiting for the post and I looked up and he was
He
playing the ball. I'm like,
was
what the
so
fuck happened?
close, dude.
could not
Galvin,
have
shout
summed up
out
my
to
weekend.
Lucky
Couldn't
Galvin.
you
fucking
can't get
believe it.
close.
One of the
to
great
that.
tackles.
That was
Yeah.
a phenomenal tackle.
Boots and all. Boots and all tackle. Unit scooper. Tom didn't have one. I was 2 from 3. Sebo was 4 from 6. Rue 1 from 4. Lippy 2 from 7. Hot seat. Tommy didn't do a bet. Moves on to Sebo.
Unlucky because I was actually on a generational hot seat run there. And I was.
Didn't do a bet.
All you
I
had to
just
do
forgot to
was
put it on.
just
Mate,
upload
I
the
fucking
story
had a
just
hectic
saying,
No, I just forgot.
I'm going the overs in the first game. That's all you got to do.
I forgot.
Tom making out like he didn't have what, fucking 20 seconds to do a video.
I'm not saying that. I said I forgot.
Hectic week.
I forgot. Completely forgot. My mind was other places. I had my old mate Hamish Street fighting. It was a nervous energy in the household, but I was going to take the Raiders
On the
line.
public record,
So I
Tom
would've
didn't
been
have a spare 20 seconds last week.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot about it because it was hectic. It wasn't like, I'll get to it when I have a spare 20 seconds.
I reckon it crossed your mind.
Completely fucking.
I can guarantee it crossed your mind a
No,
couple
you
times.
can't guarantee shit.
Yeah, I can. If you're a man, you'd admit it.
No.
Weekly leaderboard, Sebo, 4 from 9. Well done, Mark.
done.
12 from 18 legs.
Yeah, look, I'll take that.
That's
And if I
hot week.
do bail out of my 40, getting a double digit without a trip is a fucking good week.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Huge.
I'll take that. I got back
Well, it
into a
wasn't
bit
a
of
double
basics,
digit,
but it would have been a double digit without a trip, which is quite hard to do.
You didn't have a triple.
That's my point, though. If I got Jackson Ford, I would have
But
been.
you didn't.
Huh?
You didn't get it.
You didn't.
But I-
What I'm trying to say is you didn't have a triple and you
Yeah.
didn't get a double digit week. So
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I'm saying if I didn't wild card my Jackson Ford,
Yep.
I would have got double digit positive
Yep.
without
a
the
triple.
triple.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you didn't do that. So
Right. So to be
Right.
clear, he got 8.99 units, not double digits. Tom 1 from 9 with the triple, 2.35 in the positive. I
Thank
was 2
fuck.
from 9, 0.64. Lippy 0 from 9 minus 4.25. And Guru continues the slide from hell. None from 9 minus 6.53.
no shovel though.
No shovel, which is not nothing. I am winning. So I've got 21.86 units in Lagreen, 20 from 74. Just chip it along at 27% of me bets. Rock solid stuff. Sebo going well as well. Second, 19 from 74 bets, 25% at minus 5.9. The Lippy's third, 5 from 70 bets, 7.14%. Just
What's his leg percentage like?
37%, which is better than Guru's. Units, minus 27. Tom, fourth, minus 30. This is Rue. I'll give you the lay of Rue's land. 10 from 74 bets at 13.5%. Bit better than Tom's, but still shit. Legs, 67 from 182, which is 36%, which is the worst of anyone. Units, minus 35.18.
Enjoy it while you can, okay? I'll be back.
Okay, that's confident.
We've
I
done this
managed to
dance
steady
before.
the ship here. That's all I'm happy with. Steady the ship. I was on 38, I think, at some point. At least I've managed to get back to the 30s. You just got to slowly chip away in this business. It's a long season. It's a long season.
It is a long season.
It's a very long season. You just hit something big, mate. It's something big. It's something big.
That's accountability.
All right, let's get into it.
Accountability.
Fucking oath, it's accountability. Now, great to be back betting with you all. Sharks take on the Eels. First game, 6 p.m. All at Suncorp Stadium, so I may not mention it every single time I do a game. The Sharks are $1.48, the Eels $2.65, the line 5.5, and the total 46.5. Rando, any information that I can actually rely on?
Maybe not the weather, but we'll try it out anyway. It said it's going to be overcast for the night, so take that with a grain of salt. The Sharks, they have lost.
Going real vague now.
It's going to be overcast, could
sun
rain,
will
could
be
be
down.
sunny, you never know. Put your hand out and you'll feel it.
It will be dark.
That I can assure. Sharks have lost 3 of their last 4 Magic Round matches. They haven't won under lights this season. They've lost 4 consecutive night games, and they've lost 3 consecutive games coming off a 5-day turnaround. So I don't mind the Eels here to cover the line. For try scorers, Will Kennedy, he scored in 3 consecutive matches. He scored 4 tries in his 2 games against the Eels. He scored in each of his 3 Magic Round matches as well, and a fullback has scored 3 tries in the last 3 games against the Eels. So I do like him at $2.80. But Tom Hazelton, $8.25. He plays game 50 this week. He scored last Magic Round, and the Eels, they have conceded almost a third of their tries in the last 5 rounds through the middle.
Jesus.
Interesting. I'm happy to lead things off here, gentlemen. I have been saying for months now, Tom too, that the Sharks just don't have the underbelly required, okay, to make a real fucking fist of it this season. 5-day turnaround. Ooh, not good. Running into an Eels side with a Mitch Moses on board who just makes them a completely different rugby league side. They're fresh as a rugby league daisy. Had the week off last week up against a 5-day turnaround Sharks.
Who just lost to the Tigers?
Reeks of the Eels getting up here. Because I'm betting with my head, not my heart, punters and dribblers, I'm going to take the Eels plus 5.5, just a little bit of coverage into an Addo Carr because he's been electric this year. Fucking electric. That try he scored against the Tigers, was it? The little fucking palm into the corner.
Quite possibly, Ed.
Glorious stuff. They've got to go to that man because he's rock solid and he's a finisher of note. $3.04. I just want to get out of the Magic Round gate with a win.
Eddie, similar, except that I'm taking the Eels outright, and I've obviously got a Joshy Carr in there because he's $2. I already said it earlier. If you get a winger, $2, they're not a great side, but they're looking better. Plus, Iongi, that poor boy, had been basically chained in the stocks, having to play out the back of Dylan Brown being the number one playmaker. That poor son of a gun. Just like, fucking hell, can I get any decent ball here? So now
Any danger?
Any dangerous and decent ball. Now that you've got Mitchy Mose back running the ship, that's freed up Dylan Brown, who is in a metaphorical stocks of his mind. But that's now released Iongi from the stocks. So you got Eels, Joshy Carr into an Iongi 8.32.
I look at Eddie's bet, and that's just a bet I can't put on at the moment. 2 legs, $3. That just scares the living shit out of me every week when I see shit like that. I just know I'm not made of the right stuff right now to put that sort of stuff on.
But you've just got to look at it objectively.
You've got to be.
You're looking through
You've got to be. You've got to be
conviction.
bold.
I'm with you,
Yeah.
No, I'm with you,
I'm in the
I'm with
fucking
you.
hurt.
No, when you're down
Sunken
30
eyes.
fucking units or 35 in your embarrassing case, like, you've got to look through different classes.
304, 2 legs looks like the boogeyman to me right now. There's just no way that could happen to me. I've gone Fox. Itero changed his first name to KL this week. Which
Like
I
KL
love.
Rahul.
Yes.
So brace yourself
Just
for
like the
pot bet
wicketkeeper.
this week. And then I've taken Eels plus 13.5. I think they win, but I've got no confidence whatsoever at the moment. $8.50.
Plus 13.5.
It's fucking heaps.
What'd that boost it by? $1.20?
$1.50 or something.
All right. That's okay.
I love that. I'm liking the Eels as well. Like, Eddie calls it underbelly. I feel they just can't turn left like Zoolander. Like, they can play footy if it's at 2 p.m. in a game that no one cares about. They can do everything. But as soon as you put a bit of lights on them, put it prime time, make it a game that they might need to win, like, they just suck. People are like, they got the monkey off the back. They've won one finals game in 5 years. That's not the monkey off the back. They've won one game. And then as soon as prime time comes on, now I'm not saying this is a prime time game, but it kicks off Magic Round.
So it's prime time.
And so Magic Round is prime time. Every game in Magic Round is prime time. Rando just said, how many Magic Round have they won?
Who, the Sharks?
Yeah.
They've lost 3 of their last 4.
Exactly. So
They're off 5 days. They're off 5 days.
There are 5
What are we
days.
talking about?
And also, and I don't want to
The
be
Eels arrested.
I
And
don't
they
want to
can't
be like
play at
every
night.
other person in the media who's like having a bit of a crack at Nico Hines every game. But when you're demand and you're on shitloads of cash, like, he kept passing the ball every time there was a drop goal on for the Sharks. He had one crack from 50, almost got it, hit the post, and then it was just to him and passing. I'm like, do you not want the ball, sir? You got to be the man. And they just feel like a team that doesn't have a man.
To be fair, he hit the post. He put Hazelton over.
I'm
he
sorry.
gave the ball
Listen,
to Atkinson
Roo,
and dropped the ball.
I get it.
You'd be
Listen,
sucking
I
him
get
from
it.
the back if any of those.
Of course I'd be sucking him from the back, but he didn't get it. And then he passed it twice with the game on the line.
No, I'm not saying it's all.
He almost passed it for 2 tries just with the game on the line.
Winners
too.
want the ball, dude.
I think it's Sharks DNA. It's not a Nico problem. It's just a Sharks problem. It's like when Tigers would.
It's emblematic of the team
Yeah.
at large.
Yeah.
It's not like the Sharks' only problem is Nico. I'm saying it's emblematic.
So yeah, I think Eels plus 5.5 is a great bet. But I'm just throwing in some try scorers just because I want to open the Magic Round maybe with a bang. Ongi, Tom kind of talked about that as well. Like, he's now free, and then I'll throw in an Eero as well. 10.92.
The breadcrumb is Sharks into Nico, by the way. Who's the lippy?
The lippy is Lockie Resner, and he just consistency. Really, just been sending through Ned slip after Ned slip. Some like not overly impressive bangs, but like impressive bangs.
Okay.
Where you're not like, oh my god, well, great slip. It's like, oh, okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one.
Worth reminding you all, if you are trying to get lippy, and even just generally, don't send us through slips anything other than Ned's. It's a waste of our time, and it's a waste of yours because you will never become lippy if you're sending in slips from anything other than Neds.
Lockie Resner looks like a Sharks fan. Sharks -5.5 in the Nicaragua. Kennedy under 46.5, $27.
I like guys that have such unique last names that you just know that's their name. He's not getting called
What do you
anything else
reckon?
but
What do you reckon
Yeah.
his nickname is?
I think it's just Resner. I think that hits the spot.
Resner.
Rez or Resdog?
Resi. Listen, it's certainly to do with that last name. We know that.
What about that?
Moving on. Roosters v. the Dolphins. Reminder, this is our live stream game. Myself and Edward and the great Justin Horro at Caxton Street Brewing Co. $1.90 a piece for these two teams. The line 1.5 and the total 48.5. Rando.
As mentioned, going to be dry for this game. The Dolphins, they have won 7 of their last 9 games at Suncorp against non-Queensland opponents. On top of that, they're the only team still undefeated in Magic Round, winning both games by 12-plus points. The Roosters, they have lost their last 3 games at Suncorp as favourite, including each of their last 2 Magic Round fixtures. For try scorers, you got Billy Smith here. Didn't score last week, but has scored 3 tries in 3 games this season. Scored a double last time out at Suncorp and also scored against the Dolphins last time he played them. Left centres have scored 4 tries in the last 5 games against the Finns. But another milestone man comes up here, Cody Nikorima playing game 50 for the Finns. A left half has a 63% try scoring rate against the Roosters this season, including a try in each of the last 2 games. Nikorima has scored in 2 of his last 4 at Suncorp as well.
Quick question to the panel. Has anyone ever banged on a Nikorima in their life? And I'm not saying that is because you can't score Nikorima, but has anyone even thought to do it?
No.
I don't think I've ever even thought to do it.
I've been on him a few times.
Have you?
Sure as fuck haven't banged. But
No.
No, maybe like, did he play for the Broncos in their like grand final year or something? Was he coming off the
Years
bench?
after.
2015 he did.
Yeah,
Was he on the bench?
2015.
He debuted in his debut
And maybe
season.
Then
that-
he was the halfback after.
Yeah, maybe I threw some ATSs then, but that's about it.
Yeah. Milestone. I'm a little bit fearful of milestone games and players these days.
I'm not really. I think they're a mirage.
Yeah, they're a mirage.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
Fearful. You said fearful.
Well, I mean, fearful isn't like I'm not getting on them.
Oh, no. Well, they're a mirage. So
Yeah.
you'd be dumb too.
Yes.
You'd be dumb too.
No, it's like the lowest common denominator for their ability to find something for a reason. No, it's going to score. It's 100th game.
It's
Like, that's
it's,
your
it's like,
reason.
it's like saying, mate, I reckon he's going to win the comp this year because he's retiring.
Yeah, that only
What a
happens.
beautiful send-off that'll be.
That only happens to a couple.
right. Okay.
Menzies,
Okay.
Webke, greats of the game. Mate, I am taking the Roosters. Just, we're doing the stream, a bit of New South Wales, Queensland stuff. We're behind enemy lines, so fuck the Queenslanders. Roosters into Billy Smith into Hammer at $7.80. Roosters, New South Wales, and then just a double ender.
I've got Hamiso at Suncorp, Nwangani Tawase, and either team by less than 6.5. I reckon we'll get a good game here. It'll be tight.
I think we will as well.
Yep. That's
I
where
think
I'm
we will
kinda
as well.
leaning.
Sandon Smith, baby, he's just announced himself
Yeah.
to the rugby league world. And when you get a kid of such substance, right, such panache,
Well, good style of a bloke.
coupled with a good style of a bloke, attributes, then I think the Roosters have found someone they can rely on to get points rolling onto the board. The Dolphins had an awful second half last week, just diabolical. Can't see that happening again. I like either team less than 10.5. Okay, a little bit more wiggle room than Big Roo over there, who needs to conserve. And I've got Mark Nwanga Nitawase because he's a fucking big boy. Like, we've met him, Tom and I. Here to tell you, huge and glorious and gorgeous. $3.33. I've got to think about the threes this week. 3 odds, like them.
3 odds are good. I'm going lower than that, though. I'm going two odds. I think that, I'm doing less than 10.5 points for either team. I think, it could, like, both these teams are like, are you guys good? Or like they're both in the same position of like, okay, maybe we're actually good this year. I think they're going to make a good game of it. And then I'm going to bring my own line, 52.5 to total points. Look, I don't see a blowout on either side. Sandon Smith, Eddie said he announced himself. I'm always wary of, after such a big announcement, you need a game or so to breathe and then
come
come
down
back
a
and
bit,
yeah. You can't announce yourself. Like, who's announced himself back-to-back games. So I'm not. All I'm saying is I don't think it will be as many points as they scored against the Dragons. So yeah, those two little legs there, 264.
Roo,
I think I've gone.
have you gone?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Have you gone, mate?
I just assume it was huge, like my own. Lippy, Hammer, Bostock, Toya.
11-15.
11-15. Don't mind it. Don't mind it from Resna. Trent Resna. Roosters, no. Rabbitohs, Knights. This is your 3 p.m. fixture, ladies and gentlemen. Roosters, Rabbitohs, Knights. $1.72 for the Rabbitohs, $2.15 for the Knights, 2.5 to line.
Shout out to
45.5 to total points.
Shout out to the schedulers who eyeball this and go, this is the worst game of the round. Yep. Or close to it. Because they got to pick that. They got to pick that at the start of the season.
Yep.
Well, initially, I remember when they first did announce the Magic Round thing, we thought Tigers Dragons at 7:30 was a fucking disgraceful call. Dragons aren't great,
Yeah,
but
but
the
you can
Tigers
also dine out on the DMP thing.
Yeah.
It's always there if you need it. Still a big call
DMC.
for a Saturday night. DMC. Apologies. Still a big call for a Saturday night, but
yeah. What's your name, Rando?
That's the one. 5 to 7 millimeters expected for Saturday. Bit of rain there, so bring a raincoat if you are attending Suncorp. All 8 Souths games, they have gone
it's
under.
sunny as fuck.
It's going to be so sunny. It's going to be so sunny. All 8 Souths games have gone under the points handicap this season. 8 of the last 9 Knights games have gone under 45.5 points. 4 of the last 5 Knights games at Suncorp have gone under 45.5 points. It's wet. You've got 2 of the bottom 3 point scoring teams playing against each other. This is going to be an unders game. For try scorers, KPP month, got to have a stat for him. The right second rower has the best try scoring rate against the Rabbitohs of any position this season, scoring in 5 out of 8 games, including a try in each of the last 3 games. So
He's
watch
paying
that.
$5.75 KPP just for the record. Roo, what are you doing on that note?
Boys, Saturday of Magic Round is one of the best days of the year for me. So I've put on my next 3 games are just individual try scorers because I will be shaking hands, kissing babies, having beers. I just want to be able to look at my app and see if I'm home or not. Jai Gray, $2.45. Moving back to fullback this week. Love that move. $2.45. I like Jai Gray in this one.
Okay.
Good for you, mate.
Not doing a KPP and KPP month.
Well, he's technically
Don't
already
need to.
got money on KP. Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Good point, mate. Obviously, you don't believe really though.
Yeah.
Like you don't really.
He doesn't really believe.
If you didn't really, yeah, exactly right. I looked at this game and I felt unders running through every fucking vein in my body. The Rabbitohs, I still think can get the job done. Jai Gray at fullback, I like. Jackie Whiten at 6, I like. I know Latrell's not playing, but I think they've got more firepower, more weapons in the duffel bag than the Knights, who have been, quite frankly, biblically awful. Worst attacking side in the comp. Just so unpleasant to watch.
New
It's
Testament or Old Testament?
What?
In terms of the biblical nature of their awfulness.
I'm always speaking Old Testament. I'm talking biblical, Tom. Come on, mate.
I just wanted to get... mate, I know that.
No,
But I think you need to clarify for people at home sometimes.
Listen.
Is he talking New Testament or Old? I'm glad to hear
If you're talking things of biblical nature, we always speak Old Testament here. It's a gnarlier book. Much gnarlier.
Bit more fire and brimmy.
Oh, there's some yarns in that thing that fucking put hairs in your chest. South unders $3.06 rugby league cents. I can't see a way for the Knights to win this. If on Saturday at fucking 5 p.m. I go, shit, the Knights got up. Well done. They scored more than 2 tries. I'll be impressed. But the writing's not on the wall. Put it that way. This would be out of character.
Sebo.
I'm just going, it's a pokey machine bet. Colomatungi, Eddie was on him, stood him out last week. A Colomatungi, we talked about how good the name is to say, but you can just imagine like a subbies of Colomatungis, like getting subby. Yeah. So I think it's a great poker machine bet. He's paying like where is he?
425.
425 against the Knights, which, you can basically pick anyone to maybe score. Knights are shit. But I do want to stay away from results, totals in this one, because it's like it's one of those things where eventually the Knights will learn how to play footy. Maybe it's this weekend, maybe it's not, but eventually they will. So I'm just staying away from that, just getting a standout.
Who's their attack coach at Newcastle?
I think it's Blake Green. I think I saw somewhere it was Blake Green. This game is just one of those ones. I think Souths are comfortably a better side. Sometimes I'll find value where I'll go, this is too much. I've got too much value here. Listen, will it get up? I'm not here to tell you that it will, but this thing is paying too much money, and so I will be on it for that exact reason. Jack Whiten at 6, ball in the hand even more. He likes running rugby league. He won a Dally M at 6, so fucking set your watch to Jackie Boy getting over. Then you think about Jai Gray, back to fullback where he's better. He's going to see some fucking open space. The Newcastle Knights are not good at rugby league. So I see Jai getting over. You then throw in a Keon who scores and you're getting $40.64. Are you fucking taking the piss?
It's a good bet.
Are you taking the piss? So it's a game where if it happens, great. If it doesn't, I don't give a fuck. But I'm not walking past $40.64 rugby league cents for 3 try scorers that score tries to score tries.
Not a bad bet, mate.
It's a bad bet. What's the Lippy doing?
Knight's best white and 24.88. I don't like that, mate.
I don't like it.
I don't like a one bit, mate.
Don't like it, but if it got up, it's not a bad bet.
Don't think it does, mate.
Warriors Cows. Suncorp Stadium, funnily enough. $2 for the Warriors, $1.82 for the Cows. 1.5 points is the line, and 47.5 the total points, Rando.
I'm going to obviously spit Cowboy rhetoric here. They've won 4 consecutive games. They've won 6 consecutive games as a favourite and won their last 3 Magic Round matches. As for the Warriors, they have lost 6 of their last 8 games in Australia and lost 3 of their last 4 Magic Round matches. So take the Cows minus 1.5 for try scorers. Lock them up. Murray Taulagi scored in 5 consecutive games, scored in 3 of his last 5 at Suncorp. 5 tries in 6 games against the Warriors, and the Warriors' right edge is their weakest, conceding 4 tries to left wingers in the last 4 games. But if you want a bit more value, Kurt Capewell, he hasn't scored since round 1. However, left second rowers have the best try scoring rate of any position against the Cows, crossing in 71% of matches, including a try in 3 of the last 5 games.
I was just looking at these teams here, and I'm just sort of reflecting on what I actually believe to be the case with these teams. I think the Cowboys might pump them.
Me too.
I actually think the Cowboys might pump them. The Warriors generally, and I mean this with the utmost respect, but like are a false economy. They have a good game, they have a shit game, they play well, they play shit. Like it's essentially they are never going to be as good as you might think. I'm taking the Cows 13 plus. And that's at 360, which is pretty nice. And then you throw in a Purdue, he's paying 260, and you're going to get 660 for that. I think that's a good fucking bet.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet. I'll copy it.
Come with me.
Yeah, I'll come with you. I think it's a good
me.
bet for $6.
For 660.
Normally you
Sebo.
throw in a winner, a favourite, and a back, and it's like 412.
Yeah.
You know, 660. I'll take that. Top of my laptop's broken. Could you throw that in for me?
I'll update it for you, buddy.
But that's good because I think like the Warriors put in great performances. They're generally at home, but I also feel once you play the Knights, it's like you get a false sense of how good you really are. You're like, oh, like we just beat the Knights. Like Knights are a piece of trash.
Yeah.
Like, and then so you fly all the way over here. You've had a piece of trash as your last kind of sparring partner, and then you come out to a hot Cows who just have gone down the road really. So yeah, 13 plus, and then Purdue.
Yeah, it's a good bet.
Yeah.
I think there'll be points, so I've got a couple of try scorers here. Purdue and Nanai, $7.36, which seemed like a lot.
That's also fucking serious value.
That seemed like a lot.
It's got Civilian City written all over
Where the
it.
fuck's that come from? Nanai, Purdue, 7.36 in a game that reeks of rugby league.
Has
points.
Nancy just not scored many this year? Is that
Scored
why
last week.
Yeah, he's finally starting now.
He's just firing up.
Perfect.
He's just firing up,
Yeah,
yeah.
so he's just starting to fucking fire, baby. This reeks of points. I know Seba had the overs, which he's taken out because he's a coward, but like...
Well, there was rain apparently.
I like overs.
7 mils apparently.
We'll see about that, mate.
Put the overs in if you like it.
I do. I will. Can I? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Well, I think a weather stat almost allows any sort of overs or unders.
Can I do that?
Well, not really, because you would suggest that rain would be indicative.
Yeah, but you
of
could
unders.
suggest that the bookies have understood that it's raining and you think the value
Is in the-
is
yeah.
in the overs.
Yep.
Okay.
Leave it with me. I'll come back to you with odds.
I think you're a little bit harsh on the Warriors. I think they're doing good things at the moment. I've just got Leia Tower playing left centre, 295. Just give me the individual to cross there.
That's and listen, I know I'm not going well, right? So it's very rich of me to say anything. But Rue has a bit of the Warriors just playing beating a trash team, and he's like, no, they're actually going pretty well, mate.
No, it's because Rue thinks the Knights are like a 9 out of 10 team.
Yeah.
He's got like half of the team in his Supercoach
He bets on
team.
Marju
He bets
every
on him
fucking week.
And then the Warriors beat him. So like Warriors premiership
Christ,
favourites.
That's a good rugby league side. Jesus Christ.
They're a top 4 side, you fuckers.
They are in the top 4.
The overs only gets me to 9.34, so I'm just going to keep it.
Oh, no, you're not doing
It's
the
not
overs.
enough juice for me.
Okay. All right. Lippy's got
Purdue, Drinky, Cows -1.5, over 47.5, 10.64.
just visually a lot to look at. I'm not saying it's not a bad bet. It's
No,
just
it's not a bad
visually
bet.
it's a lot to look at.
No, it's a lot.
Tigers v Dragons DMC Bowl. $1.83 for the Tigers, $1.98 for the Dragons. 1.5 the line, 46.5 the total. Rando.
As mentioned, going to be wet during this one. The Dragons, they have never won on Magic Round, losing all 4 matches. They've lost 7 of their last 8 at Suncorp. The Tigers, on the other hand, they have won 4 of their last 6 games as favourite against the Dragons, so I reckon they get the job done, particularly with Ilias dropped. For try scorers, Val Holmes, he scored 5 tries in his last 3 games against the Tigers. The Dragons' left edge has produced 44% of their tries this season, whilst the Tigers' right edge is their weakest, conceding 11 tries to left edge attackers.
I'm going to take us away here. I've got Val at $2.50. Marking up against Stafford Tower. You might remember gave him an absolute bath a couple of years ago. I think Val would remember that one. Going back to Suncorp, $2.50 there. I like Val Holmes this week.
Did he bath him, did he?
He did
So
bath
Tower
him.
baths Val.
Hey, remember that date? Leichhardt Oakley? It looked
Yeah.
like
Wait,
I think
who,
they're going-
who bathed too?
Tower
in the
bath Val.
Oh,
2-man
good.
bath.
Yeah.
But Toa gave Val a bath.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Notably
Washed
clean
his
Val.
cock.
Yeah, correct.
Scrubbed him.
Scrubbed his cock.
Deep.
Right. Okay.
All right, well, that's good because I've got Tigers into Toa at 4:30. So I like that Toa gives out baths to Val. And I assume he's going to give him another one. 4:31.
Yep. I'm also on Toa. He hasn't scored the last couple of weeks after just delivering in spades for myself more than anyone, really. Myself predominantly. I've given him a rest just to recharge the rugby league batteries. He comes back into the side this week, and Gutho as well. Let me ask you this, punters and dribblers. Are you telling me that a Clint doesn't score in a DMC bowl?
It's got Clint game written all over.
What are we
it.
talking about?
And the weather's going to be shit.
What are we talking about? Of course, Clint pops up in a DMC bowl Saturday night. Shouldn't be there. That's the fixture. I mean, in a bit of drizzle, reeks of a Clint. $7.04.
Jeez, what's Tigers Clint Toa? Just having a little look for myself here.
I'm going Tigers. It's kind of a vibe bet, but I just kind of like riding the Tigers, to be honest. I kind of really enjoy it. Then Clint, Eddie just said, like, there's no better way to get Clint up than to embarrass him on Anzac Day. Like, essentially, he was embarrassed. His team was embarrassed.
He was embarrassed.
And that like, Clint is the type of guy who can that will make him go to 110% or whatever the max percentage is.
For Clint, it's more than 110.
Get his, Clint's got special Energizer batteries, right? When he's in this sort of mode. Remember those old Energizers you used to like hold and then it'll tell you
You could see how much was left. Yeah, they were
You know
fun times.
what I missed? The Bunny Wars.
Yeah.
The battery wars,
of
rather.
Duracell and Energizer.
What was Duracell.
It was the Bunny versus the man that looked like a battery.
Was it the Energizer
Energizer
Bunny?
was battery. No, was it?
Energizer Bunny. And then
Energized Bunny, yeah.
And the Duracell
Duracell was the battery.
Duracell battery.
Man. Duracell man.
At one point, Energizer had a battery guy, though, I'm pretty sure.
I thought that was the Bunny v the battery.
And they would take the piss out of each other in ads. It was great stuff. The battery wars, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you stop advertising on batteries? Do people not need them as much? I guess rechargeable things have come in.
Battery's still getting into their work, though.
Yeah, but not like they used to.
No.
Duracell did have a bunny, you're right, at one point.
So it was the Duracell Bunny.
That comes up. No, it was the Energizer Bunny, but I think Duracell also had a bunny by the look of it.
I think they both had both, mate.
Or have we just got our bunny? There's no way they both had bunnies, did they? Wow.
They did. Yeah.
Wow. Remember when lithium batteries came out? Everyone was just going, whoa.
What about rechargeable ones where you just plug them into the wall and you're like, here we go? Because you always needed a battery when you were growing up for some reason.
Still do.
Yeah, but it's just remotes. But back then, Game Boys, remote control cars, like all this shit now.
PS2
That, like,
controller.
Is anyone else's algorithm pumping them that Game Boy thing where it's like
64.
it's got 50,000
Oh, that's a
games?
scam. Right?
That's what
Yeah,
I'm like.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to get
That's
scammed,
a scam.
but
yeah.
I want to.
I think I fell for one of those scams like 20 years ago. Like, here's a console that has every console thing. I'm like, Bob! Stay away from that stuff. But what was I talking about? Tigers, Clint, 5-something.
I just needed to be known. I've added a Clint in because of that Clint game. Tigers, Toa, Clint, 12.34. It's worth mentioning. Sebo, what was yours? 5.22.
Yeah, 5.22. Tigers, Clint.
Lippy, Taruva Val over 46.5, 606.
I wouldn't mind a bath bet with you, Tom.
What do you
If we can
want?
make it work. Well, I like Val. You seem to like Stafford Toa.
Do I seem to like him, do I?
Oh, you
Got him in my bet.
fucked him off pretty heavily.
Well-
there is the most tries market, Val Holmes versus Stafford Toa. I don't know if you're interested in
You know, a little sidey.
Well, I think you're better off just going man to man.
Yeah.
You're on Toa, you're on Val. If they both score, it's
Cancel each other out.
Yeah.
And then we get, what, a unit? If it's fucking...
That's up to you guys.
It's Magic Round.
You
Let's
could do
have some
5,
fun.
you could do 10, you could do 20
You want to do
units.
5 units?
You could do
5
20
units?
You could do 20.
Cunt? We are in the fuck... No, you're trying to get me into fucking... Because I don't have that much faith in
You
Toa.
could do 50 units.
I'm not doing...
5 units is less than what if you tripled it, though. So it's still less than
Yeah,
that.
you triple $2, it's $7.50.
Yeah, if you triple...
7.5.
And if neither score, it doesn't count. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, if neither score or if both score, it's cancelled out. So it's a bath bet.
I'm okay to do.
So if
5
someone,
units
if,
on a bath
so if
bet?
the bath's run and one of the boys hops in,
Yeah, I think 5 units for a bath.
Fuck it. It's Magic Round. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I like it.
So explain what's going on
Basically, whoever scores the other... If Toa scores...
more.
but also if Toa scores 2 and Val scores 1, then you
I'm
get,
still up. Yeah.
Stafford wins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
And it's 5 units, just
Yeah.
flat.
Sweet.
If they both score the same amount of tries, bet void. If they don't score any, bet void.
These two are just watching the shitters just fight it out for scraps and they're losing money.
Someone's winning, though, probably.
Well, not definitely, but I do.
gonna get
There's
voided.
a way for no one to lose either, which is nice.
I think it's pretty. It's almost like a leg up for you losers.
one of you guys gets a good leg up.
No, it's true. I like the bath bet. We're gonna need to get some fucking Cody on the on me and Rue in a bath. Did we go Lippy? We did. Let's move
that'd
on.
be a funny video watching you bath row.
Oh, the loser actually has to wash the other one. That would be nice.
Let's bring in my inflatable bath. I don't have it anymore, but we can order one on Amazon.
I just want to clarify this. When Toa bathed Val Holmes, how does that look visually? Is Val in the bath and he's been bathed by Toa?
I think
or is he
Stafford's
being
on the
dunked
side on
underneath
his
the water?
knees.
Yeah,
like a
because it's
mother
actually
with a
if
rag.
I'm Toa and I'm bathing Val, I feel like I've lost. If I'm scrubbing.
Yeah, I want to be bathed.
Yeah,
you want to be.
But if you dunking someone in a bath,
I think it must be a violent, uncomfortable bath.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that's why flushing should be a term instead of that. That's what I was trying. Flushing someone's head down. Like, that makes more sense than a bath.
Well, listen, it's already the bath bet, but I'm with you. For next time, it's probably a flushing. Titans Bulldogs next game. I hope you all are appreciating the analysis so far. Titans 390, Bulldogs $1.26. The line 12.5. The total 47.5. Rando.
It's going to be dry in the afternoon, wet in the morning, but dry in the afternoon in time for the Bulldogs and the Titans game. Now, the Bulldogs, they're chasing their first win in Magic Round, having lost all 5 previous matches. They've won just 1 of their last 15 games at Suncorp. The Titans, they have won 4 of their last 5 at Suncorp. They've won 2 of their last 3 games at Suncorp, playing a first-placed opponent too. So I don't mind the Titans to cover that plus 12.5 line. For try scorers, you got to take AKP when he's at 2s. He's scored 6 tries in his last 5 games, 8 tries in his last 5 games at Suncorp. He scored 3 tries in 3 games against the Dogs, including a double earlier this season. And the Dogs are right edge. It is their worst, conceding 56% of their tries this season, with the left winger scoring 7 tries in 7 games.
I'm taking that Titans line. Not because I have belief in the Titans, but I have belief in the Titans that they just show up and put on a display when you least expect it. And you're like, okay, here it is. Here it is. Great. And they haven't done it for about 4 or 5 weeks or something. They've had a good first half and then it's shut the bed. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I'm going to say they're going to score some points randomly and then lose the next 5 games. But I'm going to double-ender it, sort of, in terms of taking the Titans line, but then taking Billy Kicks, 771. Just got a vibe about him. Got a big vibe about him.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, Sebo, because I haven't bet on Billy Kicks in about 2 years, but I woke up today with a vibe about Billy Kicks. And it's a vibe I can't shake. And if you were listening to the Skeleton Crew go to work last week, you'll know that the vibes are strong in Sebo and I. I will not be ignoring it. Also, AJ at huge odds, get in, son. And Cherry scoring a lot of meat, $30.34. I don't often fucking bet up in this world. Like, I feel like Tommy Burns a little bit, but I've come up here with vibe in my heart, vibe in my soul, vibe in my stomach. This could be a fucking big bet for me.
Yeah, Billy Kicks. There's a vibe in the air.
There is I'm telling you right now, motherfuckers, there's a Billy Kicks in the air.
Welcome to my realm, Edward. It is nice to have you here. It can get a bit lonely, just me and Rube bathing each other.
Smells up here.
Yeah, well, no, it's clean. It smells clean up here, bro. We're bathing constantly.
Smells better than it did.
Yeah, exactly. I shockingly have some odds that are less than yours. I've got Cherry, Preston, and AJ. It's honestly just a game I have no idea because the defense is so good. I'm like, will AJ even score? But he's $4. Like, AJ's $4. I can't walk past that. But I don't have the stones to stand him out. So I'm going Cherry and Prezzo, and I'm throwing in AJ 25-24.
I feel like most of your bets, it's like a school report and you've got the same formula each time. You get up and...
You just copied one of my bets. You literally just copied one of my bets, you dumb fuck.
Oh, no, that was a good bet.
Oh, there you go. So when you like my working, then you come for it, you silly bastard. How dare you? The disrespect.
I'm also looking at AJ Brimson. Boys, I went back in the history books to the first ever game of Magic Round, which was Titans v Sharkies. There was 6 try scorers that night. Josh Morris, Aaron Gray, Paul Gallen, Dale Copley, Tyrone Peachy, and the last one, AJ Brimson. He was playing 5'8" that night. Titans have been starting fast in the first half, then completely shitting the bed. I'm going to take Brimo to score in the first half at $6.80.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, Ru, I will say I appreciate you having what looks like a bit of a last stand.
This doesn't feel like it's going to be a compliment.
No, but last week you went high odds, but you're just standing out like try scorers this time.
Thank you.
So, like, if it fucks up, it could really blow up, but if it goes well, it could really go, like it's...
Listen, that is what we call a backhanded compliment from Sebo. He's acknowledging the dire situation you find yourself in, whilst also slightly...
No, I can appreciate the last stand. I really can.
But calling it a last stand is also not very
Well,
nice.
I'm just saying, if he lost every single one of these bets, he would have almost no choice but to conserve. If he lost every single one.
Like, this doesn't go his way.
He's patted me on the back and left a kick me sticker on the back and walked away. Yeah.
But odds are you're going to get a couple of them and it's fine. But I'm just saying I can appreciate
it
it.
should be sweet, mate.
Lippy, AKP, Crichton, under 47.5. Doggies, 6.15. Sure, lad.
Sure, lad. Whatever you reckon, mate. What do we got next? Panthers v the Broncos.
Panthers.
Just get the odds up here, ladies and gentlemen. Second last game, Sunday. Running out of puff at this stage of the Magic Round. I don't think I'll still be in Brisbane at this point. Panthers $2.35, the Broncos $1.62, the line 4.5, the total 47.5. Rando, what have you got?
Tough one to pick from. Obviously, historically, the Panthers, they've won 8 of their last 9 games against the Broncos, including 5 consecutive games at Suncorp. But the Broncos, recently, 4 wins in 5 games this season at Suncorp. So I'm looking at the unders. Last 9 Panthers game at Suncorp have gone under 47.5. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two have gone under 47.5 points. Last 6 meetings at Suncorp, unders. 4 of the last Broncos games, unders. So I am liking that under 47.5 market. For try scorers, Liam Martin, he's gone 4 consecutive games without a try. However, right second rowers are the equal leading try scoring position against the Broncos this season, scoring in 2 tries in each of the last 2 games.
I want to blackboard Martin, for me personally, at least. I feel I've been
Blacklist.
Yeah, blacklist. Like, I feel I've been on him a lot, like on our live streams. including
fucked
him.
us on those
I've
things.
just got that all my memories of him from last year, just like when they're on fire, just rolling over teams. So that's just a little note.
Yeah. No, worth noting. Thanks for the call out, Sebo. What are you going to bet on, though?
Look, it could be me trying to relive last week, but Eddie's terminology a lot about, a team played their grand final and then they come back the next week. I don't feel the Broncos played their grand final last week. I felt they were just like, we're hot boys and we're ready to fuck.
Well, they found their cock.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't like a tough game where they won a golden point against they flushed them in the first half and they're like, here we fucking go. This is what we should be doing. We're a good team, right? And then the Panthers are at the bottom of the table. Like, yes, it's Penrith and they can do anything at any point in time, but if you just look at their team and just look at the plays and imagine them at different clubs, you're like, these guys, rookies, no experience. Like, there's just Nath there. 4.5 points of the Broncos at home to flush them in Magic Round. Well, not even flush them, but $1.90. I like that line. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and Penrith show up, but I'll take the 4.5.
Yeah, I like it a lot. There's history there. There's pain.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't tell me those boys aren't going to be like, let's go out there and fuck these motherfuckers up.
Yep.
Well said.
Yep.
They are, they're on their fucking knees right now. And if someone's fucked you over in the past and you see them on your knees, you kick the shit out of that prick. You beat the fuck out of him. Knees or not, baby. I think the Broncos hump these losers in front of their own people. Sunday, right? I think they get it done. Dean Mariner as well. I don't know if you watched Dean last week, but Dean's got plenty about him. Dean comes into the side and just rips and tears. As soon as Dean scored, I was on Jesse and Jesse saluted for me and that was great, but I was watching Dean the whole time going, God, I'd like to be on Dean right now, and I wasn't. So just to make myself smile this week, I'm on Dean.
Bit of a Dean bet.
I like Dean, dude.
Reynolds is playing, right?
Yeah. Well, he's named. I assume he's going to play, right?
He'll play. Yeah.
But
He's my pod.
He also...
he's almost the funnest wing.
But how much reason does that cunt have to
little
kick the
chick
shit
kicks,
out of fucking Penrith?
Yeah.
He's got more reason than anyone to boot the shit out of those pricks. So.
Well said.
Tripling the Broncos line because it's just so obvious. It's just so obvious.
I don't
It's so
mind it.
obvious. It's so obvious.
I'm stag hunting, baby. I'm taking Broncos the line. I'm taking Selly Cobbs. One more week at the fullback. He's looking good. He's looking hot. And then you throw in a stag, 689.
I've got Dean Mariner in there, and Casey McLean's been dropped finally. Luke Garner in at centre, who I've bagged previously about not passing the football. Went back and had a look through his games. Actually had a few try assists in his last few games at centre. So Jenkins out
for
there,
fuck's
Mariner, $4.01.
Do you reckon Garner back to left second row with Scott Sorensen now suspended, and then Casey McLean comes back into the side?
I think it's Isaiah Papali'i.
All right.
Question, and obviously this is very much to sort of suit my own needs here, but should a Stags win get you more units?
No.
Worth asking.
You get on the trophy.
That's about the trophy.
Well,
How did you think that was going to go?
Oh, listen, mate. Sometimes you got to ask, mate. A closed mouth does not get fed, Guru. That's all. Mate.
You'll be hungry,
I think
my friend.
I can't believe you're back on Jenkins. I think that says a lot.
It's
about
embarrassing,
you
dude.
as a punter.
It's honestly fucking embarrassing.
Because you said that you were off him for a
Jenkins,
season.
Mariner, $4.
You said you didn't. You said
No, I said I
two-
was off him with Casey inside.
For
No, you didn't.
fuck's
2 weeks
sake,
ago, you
dude.
said I'm done with Jenkins for the rest of the year.
When will you learn, son?
What's this obsession with Jenkins?
He'll cross this week. This is
He's
the week.
the new fucking.
But what? You don't need
years.
Jenkins. You don't need him.
I think I do.
No,
I think I need to overcome it.
You don't need him at all. What, for $4.01?
Great value. Unreal. He's crossing. A Milky Bar kid. This is the week. Stop looking at me, you smug little prick.
Lippy, Stags, Mariner first, second. Stags into Mariner first or last, $13.99. Right, okay. I haven't seen that market before, first or last.
Yeah, it's a market. I've seen it. I've never used it. It's just like, I mean, maybe Huddy Young's a good one to do for that, but it's a bit roulette. Like roulette. So like all bets are, but like that's just no thought process. It's just like first or last.
You don't get much value for it
And you
either.
don't get great value. Like,
All right. Last game of Magic Round. Raiders Storm. Storm $1.48, Raiders $2.65. Suncorp Stadium we're playing at, ladies and gentlemen. 5.5 to line, 47.5 to total points. Monsieur Corbet.
The Raiders, they have won 4 consecutive Magic Round fixtures. They've won 8 of their last 10 games played at a neutral venue as well. The Storm, they've struggled at Suncorp recently, losing 4 of their last 5 games to non-Queensland opponents. So I don't mind the Raiders there to cover the line. For try scorers, been getting on him the last couple of weeks through the stats. It's Sebi Chris. He's scored in 4 consecutive games, scored in 3 of his 4 Magic Round matches, and a left centre has scored 8 tries in 7 games against the Storm, scoring in all but 1 game this season. We had Jackie Wyden last week end a 21-game try-scoring drought against the Storm, hoping Seb Chris does the same here. He's got try-scoring stats behind him as well this time.
280 for Sebi Chris as well.
I find it very, very difficult to punt on Storm games. I've said that before, and I'm here to say it again to you. What I'm banking on is that this is the last game of Magic Round and that the Suncorp Stadium has been chopped near to death, which plays into the hand of who, you might ask? Back rowers. It just feels like a game for back rowers. End of a long, tough week. The soulless people in the stands running on absolute fumes. It's a back rowers game, whether you like it or not. Huddy and Katoa, 7:34.
That fucking scares the shit out of me because you've been dialed on your back rowers.
It just reeks of a back rower game. Reeks of it.
So, what are you doing?
I'm joining you up here with high odds. I can't read this game. Usually I like to bet on Raiders versus Melbourne because there's good value there, but there isn't really much value. So I'm just taking Pap because he scores every week, and I'll just be part of my multi until he stops. Hughes and then Starling. Don't know why. Pure vibe bet. Just saw his name in the odds. Threw him in. 33.71. Bit of a soulless bet, this one. But it's nice to have one kind of 33 thing floating around.
I like to have a couple. Farlongo at $2 to me seems very short. Raiders can league rugby league points. We know that. And the Storm are a good side. So I'm taking Farlongo at 2s. I like me Jerome Hughes. I haven't had him yet this year. Like I've tried and I've failed and I'm coming back for more. And I'm throwing in a Huddy, back row weather. I'm not disagreeing with you there, Eddie, but you Farlongo into a Hughes into a Huddy, 15-15. It's a rugby league bet.
I'm going to stand out Jerome Hughes. I'm a little bit concerned that Eddie's the only one that hasn't bet on Jerome Hughes, and he's seen them like fucking planets at the moment. But Jerome Hughes, $2.90, last game of the week. As Eddie said, I think that field will be chopped up and whatnot. Like your back row, I also like my halves to run in those conditions. So Hughes, $2.90.
I like this. This is good stuff from Maru. The last stand, he's got $8.50, $8.86, $2.45, $2.95, $2.50, $6.80, $4, $2.90.
I took it personally.
He's
what you
having
said
a crack,
last
the
week.
kid.
Yeah.
He's having a crack.
Fucking oath he is.
Credit to him.
All right. Well, that's
Lippy, Pat Munster, Young, 17.98.
Not to mention Bath bet.
Bath bets.
Bath bet's the big one.
Bath bet's good. Bath bet's good for you, mate. I'm happy for you. Unit scoopers. Time to scoop units. Change your stars. I'll kick us off. I've got Addo Carr. I've got Marky Mark. I've got Purdue, Selly Cobbs, and Farlongo. All to score 38-82, boosted to 40-64.
Good on you, mate. I've got Eels plus 5.5, Broncos minus 4.5, Rabbitohs minus 2.5, and Derby 14.59.
I have got Fox, Nawangani Tuase, Jai Gray, and Bronson Cherry at $19.72.
I've got Cows win, Tigers win, Broncos minus 4.5, Mariner to score off the boot of Adam Reynolds. It's only 9.82. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm just going to see these unit scoopers a different way, different philosophy. You're trying to chase that don't be down 30 units at the end of the season vibe. How about you just break it up? Don't be down 10. Don't be down 20. So just $10 unit scoopers.
No, I don't mind it.
Like I'm not in a position where I'm desperate yet to need the $60. Like last year when I needed like a $60 thing to get back to even. I'm just trying to wrangle it in.
And the Lippy, New South Wales women 13 plus, Sharks minus 5.5, Doggies plus 13.5, or Doggies 13 plus rather, Broncos minus 5.5, and Pap 74.30. There you go.
Let's get to the hot seat, then we'll get the fuck out of here.
All right, hot seat. I just need to go back to back, just two. For $1,000, I desperately need a new golf bag. Mine has shat the bed, so this is in honor of a golf bag. So I've got my eye on one of the expensive ones. I I'm going to take a 50-50 game. Roosters, Dolphins. It's $1.90 each. I'm going to take the Roosters to win because their team, on paper, is actually still good, and everyone's coming into a little bit of form up there at Suncorp. The Dolphins, they're good, yeah, but it basically comes down to Isaiah Katoa, and if he can, get 5 tries this, I think the Roosters beat them. $1.90, and then if I can just get that one, we got the big boy one next week, but I'm putting all my chips in the Roosters, just a clean head-to-head $1.90.
All right, there you have it. Bold betting from you there, Sebo, on the hot seat. That's us done for another week. Look forward to seeing you all in Magic Round, minus Sebo, who's got a golf trip.
Yep.
Hackatours.
Yeah.
First
South
one.
Coast. Yeah.
South Coast.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Fucking
Shout out
oath.
to those coming.
Yep.
But we'll be jealous.
But you'll be watching, I'm assuming you'll be
Oh,
watching.
I'll be watching. Yeah,
Round,
we've got
yeah.
the punting section of the pub booked out for us. Yeah,
Okay, terrific.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's good planning.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Shout out to Neds. We love you. Couldn't do it without you. And we'll see you at the Caxton Street Brewing Co. Friday, 7:50 kickoff.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website